Good day, Ma'am Sabas, and to my fellow groupmates. I am Haname E. Jongay, a student nurse from BSN 1D. And today I am going to demonstrate the proper way of assessing the lungs and thorax. But before that, let me define the assessment of lungs and thorax. So, thorough evaluation of the thorax and lungs is an essential component of a complete physical examination. The traditional systemic approach involves inspection, followed by palpation, percussion, and then auscultation of both interior and lateral, and also the posterior thorax.
Good morning, sir. Ako po si Haname E. Jongay. Isa po akong student nurse from Southern Luzon State University. And ngayon po ay i-assess ko po ang inyong thorax at pati na rin po ang inyong lungs. Okay lang po ba sa inyo? Okay po, now po ay magsisimula na po tayo.
And in preparation, we need to gather the equipment such as gloves, pen light or the exam light, magnifying glass, centimeter ruler, a marker, and of course, a stethoscope. And now, explain the procedure to the client.
So, sir, I am going to assess your thorax and lungs. Ito po ay gagawin po natin upang malaman if meron pong abnormalities na namumuo or meron po kayo sa inyong thorax at sa inyong lungs. Okay po, magsisimula na po ako, sir.
And now, ask the client to gown if available.
Now, sir, suot niyo po muna ang ating gown.
And for current symptoms, collect the subjective data from client for an assessment of the thorax and lungs. Now, ask the client for current symptoms such as difficulty breathing, chest pain associated with a cold, fever, or deep breathing. And now, ask the client for a cough with or without sputum.
Now, sir, magtatanong lang po ako ng ilang katanungan before po tayo mag-proceed. Meron po ba kayong nararamdaman na difficulty breathing po? Ay chest pain po na associated sa cold, sa fever, or deep breathing po?
Wala din po.
Ay kapag po umuubo kayo, meron po ba siyang sputum or wala?
Wala po.
Okay.
And for posterior thorax, inspect for shape and configuration of the chest wall and position of the scapula.
Sir, talikod po kayo ng upo. Okay, sir, magsisimula na po ako mag-inspect.
Okay, now inspect for the use of accessory muscles. And now, inspect for the client's positioning, noting posture and ability to support weight while breathing. And now, palpate for tenderness and sensation with gloved finger. So now, sir, mag-gloves po muna ako before po ako mag-proceed.
Okay, sir, hahawakan ko po kayo. Okay lang po sa inyo. Okay po, magsisimula na po ako. And now, palpate for surface characteristics such as lesions or masses with gloved fingers. Sir, hahawakan ko po ulit kayo. So, wala naman pong any lesions or any masses ako nakikita. So, it is normal. It is totally normal. So, now, palpate for fremitus using the ball or ulnar edge of one hand while the client says 99. Assess for symmetry and intensity of the vibration. So, now, sir, habang po pinapalpate ko po kayo, sabihin niyo lang po ang 99 kada mararamdaman niyo po na nalapat po ang kamay ko sa inyong likod. Ano po? Okay po, magsisimula na po ako. 99. Okay, now palpate for chest expansion. Place hands on the posterior chest wall with your thumbs at the level of T9 or T10 and observe the movement of your thumb as the clients take a deep breath. So now, sir, hahawakan ko po ulit kayo. And now, pag sinabi ko pong inhale po tayo. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Okay. Percuss for tone starting at the apices above the scapulae and across the tops of both shoulders. So now, sir, hahawakan ko po ulit kayo. Okay lang po. Okay po. Okay, now percuss intercostal spaces across and down comparing sides. Now, sir, hahawakan ko na po ulit kayo. Okay, so next, percuss to the lateral aspects of bases of the lungs and compare sides. So now, sir, hahawakan po ulit kayo. Ulitin na. Okay, so now percuss for the diaphragmic excursion. So now, auscultate for breath sounds such as for normal, for bronchial, bronchovesicular, and vesicular, and noting for location. So now I am gonna use my stethoscope. Okay, sir, relax lang po. Magsisimula na po ulit ako. Auscultate for voice sounds over the chest wall, like for bronchophony, and ask the client to repeat the phrase 99. And for the egophony, ask the client to repeat the letter E. And for the whispered pectoriloquy, ask the client to whisper the phrase 1, 2, 3. Okay? So now I'm gonna use my stethoscope again. So, sir, when I pag po naramdaman nyo na lumalapat po yung aking stethoscope sa inyong balat, ay sasabihin niyo po ng 99. Okay po? Simula na po ako, sir. 99. Next part, kapag po naramdaman niyo po ulit ang aking stethoscope na lumapat sa inyong balat, ay sasabihin niyo po ang letter E. Okay po? Simulan na po ako. E. 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 Okay, and for the last one, pag po naramdaman niyo po ulit na lumapat po ang aking stethoscope sa inyong balat, ay ibubulog niyo po ang 1, 2, 3. Okay po? So now, magsisimula na po tayo, sir. And now for the anterior thorax, inspect for shape and configuration to determine the ratio of the anterior-posterior diameter to transverse diameter. So now, sir, haharap na po ulit tayo ng upo. And dalisin na po natin ang ating gown. Okay, thank you po. So now, sir, i-inspect ko po ang inyong anterior thorax. Relax lang po. And now, inspect for position of sternum from anterior and lateral viewpoints. And now, inspect for slope of the ribs from anterior and lateral viewpoints. Sir, relax lang po. Okay, now inspect for quality and pattern of respiration, noting breathing, characteristic, and rate rhythm and depth. Sir, relax. Po. Okay, and now inspect for intercostal spaces while client breathes normally. Now, sir, relax po ulit. Okay, now, so inspect for use of accessory muscle. And now, palpate for tenderness and sensation using fingers. Okay, now sir, ngayon naman po ay papalpate ko po ang anterior thorax. So, hahawakan ko po ulit kayo. Okay lang po? Okay po, magsisimula na po tayo. So there is no any tenderness and sensation that I feel in the client. So now, palpate for surface characteristics such as lesion or masses using finger or off-gloved hand. So now, hawakan ko po ulit kayo, sir. So now, palpate for fremitus while the client says 99. So now, sir, ipapalpate ko po ang fremitus, and while palpating po, sasabihin niyo po sa akin ang salitang 99. Okay po? Okay, start na po tayo.
99, 99, 99.
Okay. So now, palpate for chest expansion by placing hands on the anterior lateral wall with the thumbs along the costal margins and pointing toward the xiphoid process. Observe the movement of the thumb as the client takes a deep breath. So now, sir, habang po na pinapalpate ko po ang inyong anterior thorax, mag-deep breath lang po kayo, okay? Hawakan ko po ulit kayo, sir. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. So So now, percuss for tone above the clavicles and then the intercostal spaces across and down, comparing sides. So now, sir, ipapercuss ko po ulit ang inyong anterior thorax. So, hawakan ko po ulit kayo. Relax lang po. Okay. Relax lang. Okay, and now for the last part, auscultate for beat sounds, adventitious sounds, and voice sounds. So now I am going to use my stethoscope again. Okay. So sir, habang nag-auscultate po ako, ay sasabihin nyo lang po ang salitang 99. Okay po? So now, sasalita na po, mag-sisimula na po tayo.
99. 99. 99. 29, 29, 29, 29, 29.
So, for the second part, sir, habang ina-auscultate ko po ulit kayo, ay ang sasabihin niyo naman po ay letter E. Okay po? Magsisimula na po ulit tayo.
E. 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 E.
Okay. And for the last part, sir, habang po ina-auscultate ko po kayo, ay bubulong naman po kayo ng words na 1, 2, 3. Okay po? Simula na po ulit tayo. Okay. So now, sir, tapos na po tayo sa ating assessment, sa ating thorax at sa inyong sa lungs. And thank you po sa inyong cooperation at babalik na lang po ako for further diagnosis. Okay po? Thank you po.